everyone, today I thought it might be a bit of fun to have a go at this page from Rita Berman's Meine Reise Durch Europa, and these are all chocolates from the chocolatier, and I just thought it would be fun to colour some chocolates. Now I haven't had a piece of chocolate before I started, which may turn out to be a bit of a mistake, but anyway, let's zoom in and let's make a start. Obviously I'm not going to do the whole page, but I thought we could have a go at one of the chocolate. I'm going to start with this first one here. Now this to me looks like it's a chocolate with a hazelnut design on it. I'm going to start by colouring the main part of the chocolate. Now I'm just going to grab a pencil. I'm using my Polychromos pencils. I'm going to use my darkest, which is the Walnut Brown. Now there are some sets, the Arteza is what I'm actually thinking of, where they have chocolate coloured pencils, but I think this one might work quite well. I'm just going to go and do a layer on this main part. I'm going to ignore the hazelnut part at the minute. My thought is that maybe the chocolates are decorated with some sort of icing on the pattern on the top. So if we do the main chocolate in a chocolate colour and then do this maybe coloured as if it's icing, but I want it to look shiny. We've got these marks here which I think would indicate shine. Icing would be shiny. Now when you want something to look shiny, you can use your white gel pen to do a little reflection type mark, which works really effectively, but you need to have a really solid colour underneath, which is what I'm trying to do with this brown, because if you've got white paper showing through, then the white pen just doesn't show up. So it's just a little tip and something to sort of think about. Oh gosh, my dryer is beeping at me downstairs, which is great. I am going to pause the video and go and see to it because it's going to really annoy me even if you can't hear it. So hold on a minute. Right, hi, I am back. Sorted out the dryer, and I also did something extremely naughty while I was in the kitchen. I wonder if you can guess what it might be. Yep, I grabbed a piece of chocolate. I love this 100% chocolate because I don't eat sugar. I always get the 100% bars, and Choco Guardia. It seems to be quite ethical as well, which is nice and tasty. Not too bitter, not too acidic. Well, my children think it is, but I don't. Now, looking a little scruffy at the moment, but what I do want to do is have a little look at the shading, as it were. I want to try and give the impression that the icing part, i.e. these bits, are sitting slightly above the chocolate. So I'm going to use my dark sepia. I'll show it to you, but it's a pretty waste of time. And to do an outline around each of these bits, just to try and make it look like it's slightly standing up from the top of the chalk. And pop that all the way around, and then I'm going to go back in with a third layer of brown. The thing I find with the Polychromos is that you do have to layer them up to get a nice even and thick amount of colour on the page, which I like because it means you can blend up different colours and get a nice effect. But I know some people prefer a more vibrant pencil which gives that effect right away. You can use a burnishing pencil to help you as well. That bit at the top is a bit messy, I can't see it very well. It's the furthest away bit. Okay, there's a little bit down here which looks a bit there. Okay, now for the hazelnuts, I think, well, I'm assuming that's what they are. I think they would be a more warm brown colour, more yellowy, orangey brown. So I'm going to start them with this. This is burnt ochre. So I'm going to start them with a bit of this. and see how we go. Now I'm thinking that we're not going to get a lot of, like if I was doing a normal acorn, which it looks a bit like, which I'm thinking it's probably a hazelnut, not an acorn, which might be a bit darker normally, but anyway. I would do some shadow between here, and I wouldn't do it an even colour across the whole piece. But this is flat icing, so it's going to look a little bit different, so I think it'll be flatter in its colour. I'm not sure if for me that's quite dark enough, but I'm going to finish putting this down and then think about it. I'm thinking I might darken it up with a brown. I may use a Bistre. Don't want to come out. This is my brand new Bistre. I have decided to replace my little pencils with some new ones. So I have still got the little baby ones, but I can't tell which one's which. So I use them if I'm just colouring on my own. And they're in my pencil tin still, because they're not, I can still just about sharpen them. But I think it's easy for you guys if I can actually read what the brand is, if you want to follow along. Now I know that hazelnuts can be quite pale without skin on, or if they have got skin on they're really dark, but actually I'm quite happy with that colour. I'm going to leave it like that. Now for these sort of shell parts, I was almost thinking a slight greeny colour might work. I don't know why, I just wanted something a little bit different. Now this one, this is the olive green yellowish, it's quite a browny green. I thought that might work well. I'm just going to give it a sharpen. I'm just going to do a layer of this and see how it looks really. I'm imagining, you know, if this was a chocolate and you were decorating it, what would you do to make it attractive and sort of look a bit different? I mean, you might do the whole thing in the same colour and this would just be embossed on the top of the chocolate, but I thought that's a little bit, it's all the same colour then. And I wanted to make each chocolate have a little bit of a different colour on it just to make it look more fun. So that's why I sort of came up with this sort of icing idea, as it were. So that's why I sort of trying to add in a bit of colour. And I think this green works quite well as a sort of contrast. I'm sure it isn't the right colour. I know that a hazelnut shell is brown, is probably more like the colour that I've actually coloured the nut, but you know, let's just have some fun with it. That's my brush. Okay. Now the shell has got these little teeny pieces. I'm going to just go in there with my dark brown. This is the walnut brown again that we used for the main chocolate part, and I'm just going to go in those with a little bit of dark just to make them stand out. I think that's okay. Now I'm not sure that one layer of green is going to be enough. I'm actually going to grab a different shade. Oh, there we go. I think I'll do this one. This is the I think this is the earth green yellowish. Was that what we just had? No, that was yeah, this is the earth green yellowish. The other one was the olive green yellowish. So I shall just give it a sharpen. And just go over the top of all of this. I think it'll just brighten it and warm it just slightly, which will be nice. I wonder if this is a hazelnut praline. Delish. Unfortunately, I can't eat nuts, so I need to start trying them again. I'm not allergic, so it's not a disaster. I can try them, but they just haven't been suiting me very well lately. I found that I've been sensitive to a lot of food lately, lactose, nuts, seeds, chili, things like that, and I think it's possibly hormonal. I'm not sure. Okay, that's the pencil, and we're going to grab a pen and do the highlights. I think I'm going to use, not that one, my jelly roll, number 8. size, and I'm going to firstly follow these lines that Rita has drawn for us. It makes it nice and easy for me to know where to put a little stripe of shine, and then on here too, like this. Oh, we seem to want to be running out. And then I want to do some along the edge of the actual chocolate. I'm thinking here, maybe here, here. Now I'm looking at that and thinking they're not really dark enough, those lines. Sometimes I find the Posca is a little bit better. Do need to shake it though, because the ink gets a little bit diluted. The paint, I mean, it goes a bit watery. There we go, gives us a thicker line. You might prefer not to have such a thick line. There we go, there's my shiny chocolate, and that's that one. I'm not going to do any more. This is a short video. I'm slightly pushed for time at the moment, so I'm going to probably do another one in a fresh video instead, so that I can still give you something new to look at each day, but without having to push me for time too much. So that's me, but thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.